Hey babies, so this is a twin flame ascension message. Boom. All right, y'all, so every twin is on a different stage of their journey. The whole purpose of this twin flame journey is about your soul's evolution. Okay, so on this journey, all right, you may be triggered by your divine counterpart. That's their purpose. All right, so yeah, try to see this from a different perspective. Okay, don't shut them out, don't block them. Try not to harden your heart, because they're there to literally trigger your awakening. Okay, so they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. But however, you guys, I know the journey can sometimes be bittersweet, but as you progress on this journey, because I'm gonna say you are progressing, you're healing, you're evolving, you're learning to love yourself, you're walking in your life purpose, you're connected more to source God and your angelic guides. You understand, you see the growth, right? You see the unlimited potentials, the opportunities that are coming in for you on this journey. It's not a bad thing. It can be if you're not processing it, if you're not healing. Okay, so I know I hear some people kind of talk a lot of shit about the twin flame journey, but really, technically, if you are actually in alignment, it's one of the best journeys that you can possibly ever imagine. It definitely it shows you a lot about yourself and how you should be loving yourself. Okay, we've been neglecting ourselves and dishonoring ourselves and abandoning ourselves and betraying our own damn selves for way too long. Okay, and that's what Spirit is trying to get us to wake up to see, that we don't have to do that in order to be loved. Okay, so let's see what the message is that comes out. Don't forget, you guys, use the spirit of discernment. If you're triggered by anything that I'm saying in this video, I encourage you to face your mirror. Again, this is what the twin flame journey is about. It's about you facing your triggers and healing from them. Balancing your energies, right? That yin and that yang, okay? That duality, your masculine and feminine energies. It's about alignment. Let's just put it that way. It's about your wholeness, because as a divine being, we're called to literally help humanity. So we're helping other people to overcome their situations. Okay, this is why we have these experiences. Life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, because you're supposed to help other people. This is literally what we're here on this planet to do. Okay, so let's see what the message is that comes out. Thank you for my true guides being here with me. Releasing the past, karmic relationship comes out. Okay, so there's some type of karmic relationship here that needs to be released, and that's how I'm seeing it. There's some type of karmic clearing that's happening as well. Thank you, karmic relationships. Some of you may be leaving a karmic relationship, okay, and your divine counterpart will be coming in. 71. So let me explain this to you, right? Because I know I do have divine feminines and divine masculines that tune in. So a lot of times the divine masculine be still caught up in these karmic relationships, okay? But we ain't pointing no fingers, all right? But basically, a karmic relationship is usually romantic in nature, and these partners present themselves to help you release the past. Typically, these soul teachers show up to help you release toxic relationship patterns related to unrequited love. And as we know, within your connection, usually is unrequited. Okay, the masculines usually are in and out, and never really keeping up to certain routines when it comes to divine feminine. Okay, so this card implies that you should not jump into a new relationship before you have fully healed your wounds. Okay, so this is a process right now, even for you divine feminine, to heal. I know you have this need or this desire to want to be in a relationship or to want to be loved, right? And a lot of times what a lot of divine feminines end up doing, you end up just like, you know what, forget divine masculine. They're not coming in, they're not adhering, I'm going to get me a soulmate, right? But you got to be careful, because karmics are soulmates. Okay, so you want to fully heal yourself before you jump into any relationship, because you don't want to be repeating patterns and cycles. As you can see it happening here with your divine counterpart. Okay, they typically keep, you know, they jump in and out of these karmic relationships. Unfortunately, you know, I don't want to keep basing it off of that, because I know I got my divine masculines tuned in, but y'all already know what it is, okay? You already know. But otherwise, it's like I said, you may attract a karmic partner, which could keep this cycle going until you wake up and choose to move beyond these limiting patterns. Let go of feelings of not being good enough for lasting love, so that you can discover your worth. Then you will learn to set loving boundaries that will bring eternal love into your life. So karmic lovers assist you in releasing emotional ties that pertain to obsessive and addictive personality behaviors that are linked to jealousy and codependency. See the gift in this lesson and let go of one-sided. See the gift in this lesson and let go of one-sided relationships. Make a decision to leave behind old love stories that cause you to chase after the adrenaline rush of roller coaster type love. This will free you to move forward with healthy relationships. So I'm seeing it in both dynamics. 550 was on a timer. You know, divine femme, don't jump into another relationship until you're fully healed. Okay, you don't want a karmic relationship. Divine masculine needs to release these karmic relationships, okay? And these karmic relationships are literally there teaching them a lot about their patterns, their addictions now, okay? So what is these karmic relationships teaching divine masculine? Page of emotion comes out in the reverse. I feel like that has a lot to do, it's showing them about their emotional immaturity is what just came to me. Let me look at something. Right. And even when I think of the page of emotions, I think of the page of cups, and usually like the page of cups gets a lot of downloads. Their intuition be popping, right? But when it's in a reverse position, it's almost as if they're blocked in their intuition when it comes to these karmic relationships. They're not driven by their heart. You know, they're not following their heart. They're not following these divinely guided ideas, these powerful truths that are coming to them. And this is what they're beginning to see here, or this is what they are supposed to be learning, okay? Paying attention to the synchronicities and seeing their own patterns when it comes to these connections. What else are they seeing here? The World Cosmo. Okay, so I feel like this card is the World card. And to be honest with you, they're seeing that it's so much more. Okay, they want to be able to achieve certain goals, and in order to be able to achieve these goals here, they cannot get it within these karmic relationships. I feel like a lot of times the masculines are still trying to maintain these relationships. Look, it's still a lot that they're working on when it comes to their own personal healing, but it's like they're still in this energy of trying to please, or I don't even want to say please everyone, keep the peace in some kind of way, but they're still sacrificing themselves. And so when I'm hearing divine feminine, you have to stop sacrificing yourself as well. When it comes to this connection, you have to speak up for yourself. So a lot of times you make sacrifices just for the sake of keeping the peace within the connection, even when you feel as though what is happening is not really working for you. It goes against your integrity. Okay, so yeah, be mindful of that, because when you allow these things to take place, then guess what? Your masculine also is doing the same thing. Knight of Material in the reverse position next to the Hierophant in the reverse position. Okay, so these are the lessons here that your person has to learn. They have to master these lessons is what I'm also hearing. And it's like they're not doing it. With that Knight of Materials in the reverse, it reminds me of the Knight of Pentacles. It's like what you guys should be focusing on is the long term within your connection. That's what you should be working towards. But they're not doing that because they're still not in alignment with the path, okay? Or being committed here to the long term is how I'm seeing it. So they have to release these karmic connections. All right, so what is going to happen within these karmic relationships? I may be going into a part 2, so stay tuned. What is happening within these karmic relationships with divine masculine? What lessons are being presented? The villain comes out. What? So they're getting a chance to recreate their own story. Okay, let me get another card. gold. You may see them as the villain on top of that, but